Batman vs Superman. Let's do this. It's gonna be awful, but we're doing this, and then we'll give you our immediate thoughts. Hopefully, we come out and we're like, that was actually really good, but I highly doubt it. Hannah's here too, but she's ignoring us. Boob. So let's talk about it, Jamie. Let's talk about.
To be fair,
what did you? Right, I want to know what you two thought first.
I went in expecting like a giant shitfest, and it was kind of okay, but like, yeah.
Oh, what did you think, Hannah? You literally, every time I looked over at you, you looked like fucking I don't want to be here.
I didn't think it was that good.
I'll admit, I was ready to walk out the cinema. I was bored shitless. I was like, this is so shit.
It was like, there was a bit in the middle where I was kind of thinking like...
Yeah, every now and again
right.
I'd be like, wait, the film's getting good. And I'm like, oh wait, no, false alarm.
Dead cheesy again.
The
like,
thing
they
is,
all stand there with the
Batman was so unlikable. He was a fucking rube the whole way through. Like, that's not Batman in any way, shape or form. World's greatest detective, my ass. He was just like, beat up Superman for no reason. Like, I thought, like, yeah, Team Batman. After that, I was like, poor Superman. And for some reason, Batman's able to, like, Batman knows Darkseid's come in because he fucking dreamt it. And he had a dream about Flash. And Flash looked shit. Did you notice his costume had like loads of layers? It had like 2 masks and stuff.
I felt like it was similar to Ant-Man's costume.
No.
And what's his name from Guardians?
Oh, Star-Lord. Ezra Miller though, we get Hobo Flash with a ponytail and a big beard.
I thought it was Wonder Woman, and I was like, are we meant to think that's her because she has a beard?
No, like
I got really
the thing was, we
confused.
saw Flash. Cyborg looked fairly cool, and we got to see a mother box. Aquaman was just being Aquaman.
Aquaman, I didn't like.
The thing is, if he destroyed that camera, how is the footage from it? The thing was as well, notice how they all already gave them logos. Wasn't that nice of Lex to design all their logos for them? Lex Luthor was horrible, that movie.
He's kind of reminded me
he's
of like
just
a bad Joker rather than Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's basically just a geeky little nothing. And when I saw him get his head shaved at the end, I was like, oh yeah, because that's how he loses his hair. Like, DC.
That's what I thought.
Do you know what DC's literally? I'm like, good job not using your source material, guys. The thing is, it feels like they're rushing it because they're like, yep, Darkseid pretty much come in, and we need to find the rest of the League, and Justice League comes out next year, so we don't have fucking time. Like, Wonder Woman was badass in the fight, but I thought she'd be in the film way more.
Yeah,
They
that's
tried
what I
making
thought
her
as well.
way too cool as well.
I know, I liked how she was cool. I just didn't like the fact that she... like, she's getting on a plane and then she's like, fuck, I'd better go back. And, like, Doomsday, even when they first made him, I was like, eh. And then, obviously, it was the idea that the bones grew, and I was like, that's cool, that's comic book accurate. But overall, he looked shit.
I thought they were like spawning orc or something. Like,
Yeah,
It looked like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the animation was crap.
the fight between Batman and Superman as well, it was literally like the whole thing was just CGI.
And it's like no one felt like how they should have felt. Like
It wasn't really Batman versus Superman.
No.
It was like
I
they have a lover's tiff and
Do
they
you know
get
what? I
together
thought that.
and fight someone
I
else.
thought their fight was going to be a huge part of the film. Let's be honest, it's what maybe less than 10 minutes of them having a quick fight. But I love how quickly they made up as well, where Batman's like, what, your mum's name Martha? Yeah, sure, I'll go save her. And you're like, hang on a second, you have 2 years of pent-up hatred towards this man, and because his mum's named Martha, now you're like, oh shit, son, this changes things. I'm a friend of your son's. Not really, though. I'll give it, I like his Batman voice, though. I like how they showed the microphone kind of thing. That was cool. Alfred was cool. Who else was in this movie? Oh, I hate Amy Adams. I just fucking hate her as Lois Lane.
Yeah.
She's such a nothing character.
I can't get her from Enchanted out of my head whenever I see her there. So I expected her to like burst out in song and start
The
like
thing
summoning
was,
birds.
I genuinely was falling asleep because I was just like, I'm so bored. The film was long. Not only that, but it was
felt a lot longer than it was. I checked
not only
my
that,
phone and it was
but
like
the
half an hour,
pacing
it
was
felt
so everywhere. Like Batman just turns up in his armor, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I didn't
Like
like. I like his
things.
mask as well, but I didn't actually like his armor.
No, but things just happened in the film, and it was jumping around all over because.
Yeah, I thought that. I got really confused.
I think it was because they were like, right, we need to basically tell 4 or 5 movies in about 2.5 hours, so we don't have time to explain shit. We've just got to go for it. Because they're trying to, like, what was it, 4 years of Marvel movies, and then we finally got the Avengers, and they're trying to do a movie, and then we're going to get the Justice League. So that was horseshit. I didn't. But the thing was, though, I'm not disappointed by the film because I had no hopes of it. If anything, I'm a little bit like, oh, there were points where I thought, like, that was pretty cool, and it was nice.
It's like
but
it's a decent action movie, just not the movie that I wanted to see.
the only scene where I was like, oh, it's actually Batman, is when he goes through the floor and starts beating up loads of guys.
Yeah, that was good.
Obviously, they did loads from Dark Knight Returns, although there was loads that they teased in the trailers that didn't make it into the film. Some of the best lines didn't make it. And then, obviously, they're doing the death of Superman and the thing was, as soon as he died, I was like, oh, here we go, he's going to wake back up. And then when I
thought
saw...
he was going to, like, come out of the coffin or something.
And then when I saw the funeral, I was like, holy shit. And I was like, do you know what, guys, just keep him dead. Like, bring him back in the Justice League, but keep him dead. And then when they showed the coffin, I was waiting for, like, a fist to come out. And I was like, don't do it, don't do it. And then the dirt moved. But I was like, no. Yeah, I thought it would have been cooler if people were like, shit, like, Superman died.
I thought that. I was actually going to lean over and be like, shit, he dead now?
Like, I did quite like being able to see glimpses of Flash and stuff. I thought the cameos were good, but I just think the League looked crap. And I like Ben Affleck. I don't think Ben Affleck was bad. It's not like Daredevil bad. But I think Batman was just written really bad in this film.
He was a beach.
Wearing fucking platform boots the whole time.
Yeah. Well, Ben Affleck's a small guy.
You could barely walk around. Like, how is he supposed to fight everyone when he's moving that slowly?
Yeah.
The drive-in scene at the beginning was shit.
I quite liked
That's
how
not the car to drive fast.
they did his origin. It was the kind of...
I thought he was going to get bit by a bat, and then I was like really confused.
Oh no! When he started floating up in the bats, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
That was
I was like, that's not real.
automatically. I was like, "This film is shit." Yeah, I found it weird that they played on Batman having dreams a lot. Like, for some reason, they needed a gateway character to basically be like, Darkseid's coming. So they were like, what if Batman has, like, dreams, man? And it, like, the whole desert scene was weird and...
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. I was really confused.
And
I was like, is this
Batman
flash
seems
forward?
far too happy to use guns. He's quite trigger happy. Yeah. Anything else you can think of off the top of your head?
I'm literally just still hung up on how slow he was. Like,
Yeah.
and everything. Any one of those guys could have just shot him in the face.
Do you know what though? I'm just like, this has just made me want Civil War even more. Because I'm like, this didn't cut it. This didn't crave me. Serve my cravings anyway. Well, that's our instant reaction. I really can't think of anything else to say.
Oh, apart from Wonder Woman, super tall in the fight scene, then she shrunk at the funeral.
Yeah. And yeah, Doomsday was just horrible. His powers were weird. And they killed him with kryptonite and he was made out of Lex's blood and... stupid.